So if you go on YouTube and type in how to get roommates in New York City or how to get an apartment with roommates, literally nothing comes up. And I don't know why, because when I was looking to move out in New York City, out of my parents' house, I couldn't find anything, and I definitely needed some advice. And honestly, no one was able to give it to me, so I had to figure it out myself. So in this video, I'll be showing you the stuff that no one's talking about as far as roommates in New York City. So some of the most difficult parts of moving out of your parents' house in New York City is 1, being able to afford rent, 2, being able to find roommates that you can live with, and 3, pretty much being able to get your income and your credit up enough for you to be able to afford moving out at all. So one of the ways that you can avoid paying so much money for rent and also be able to find roommates is to go with a company that already does this for you, right? Find a company that actually breaks an apartment price down to room prices and also matches you with roommates. Companies like Nooklin, Brooklyn Group, Lofts and Flats, and the company that I work for, Hagstrom Management, actually does this for you. Alright, settle down, people, settle down. So this apartment's not fully ready yet, but I'm just gonna show you the rooms. Overall, this apartment is $3,000. There's 3 bedrooms. There's 1 bathroom here and 1 bathroom upstairs as a private bathroom for one of the rooms. But overall, it's a $3,000 apartment, so I'll show you how we break down the prices. So this room has a small closet, central AC, access to a small balcony. This is gonna be considered $950. This is gonna be $950 for anybody that rents it.
Working on a weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual.
This room is going to be $1,100 because we have a closet. And we also have a private bathroom with a stand-up shower and access to the balcony.
Niggas call me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit your block up, I tell you if it was us. Man,
this here would be the office space. As you can see over the edge here. So I wouldn't really consider it a private room. This could be like an office space or a game room, or maybe you could throw some gym equipment up here. But there'd be no price for this room because the other roommates would share it. So this room here, the doors are going to be added to this doorway here, the central AC and access to the balcony, and it also has a closet. This room is going to be $950. So that room's $950, this room's $950, and then the one with the private bathroom is $1,100. So this is a really beautiful apartment, really high ceilings, a nice large common area. Overall, the whole point in being able to go with a company like Nooklin or Hagstrom or any of these companies is to be able to live in a room and live in New York City and have your own space and not have to pay for the whole entire rent, or you don't have to wait for friends to be your roommates and move pretty much at the same time as you coincidentally. So with these companies, we'll match you with people and we'll be able to price out these rooms for your budget so you don't have to spend astronomical prices.
I got things told and talk different languages. Got rebels in my blood.
So this is an example of one of the expensive apartments that you can get affordably by being matched with roommates and paying less per room. As you can see, there's a huge common area. There's a really nice kitchen that we'll actually go and look at now. Everything is literally brand new. How many friends of yours are coincidentally going to be moving out on the same day as you? What a lot of landlords do is they buy these old buildings, they renovate them, and then once they're fully renovated, they rent them out and they give them to agencies like us that actually rent out per room, right? So you don't have to wait for a friend or anything like that. You just get matched with other roommates that are within your age group and stuff like that. And then from there, you can actually pay way less money by getting a room instead of a whole apartment. The whole lease doesn't need to be in one person's name, it can be in everybody's name, and everyone has equal rights to the apartment. You can easily get a room like this for anywhere from $1,000 to $1,300 in Bed-Stuy, Bushwick, and then Williamsburg would be a little bit more expensive. But without a private bathroom and without all the space, maybe a little bit of space taken away, you can get rooms easily for anywhere from $800 to $1,000 if you're trying to find a room on a budget.
Feeling better than some head on a Sunday afternoon. Better than a chick that say yes too soon. Until you have a daughter, that's what I call karma. And you pray to God she don't grow breasts too soon. Projects toe up, gang signs stone up. Niggas hats broke off, that's how we grow up. Why else you think shorties write rhymes?
Alright, so when I made this video, the coronavirus was not as serious as it is right now. But, you know, I wanted to add a little bonus and talk about COVID-19 and what you could do to get an apartment during this time, since a lot of people aren't leaving their house. Now, Hagstrom Management is one of the few companies that are adapting and actually doing virtual tours, 3D virtual tours. As you can see here, I'm walking through an apartment right now and actually using the 3D camera that we have to get footage and photos of one of our apartments. Not only do we have the 3D virtual tours, but we also take videos of every single apartment that we show. Every single apartment that you might be interested in and want to get a lease signed, we can actually just send you a virtual tour and a video and make it so much easier, and we can do everything virtually. I'm talking about you can see the video virtually, you can sign the lease virtually, you can pay virtually, everything can be done online and it can be super simple for you. We can also set you up with roommates. I'm talking about FaceTime calls, you know, obviously exchange numbers, text them a bit, get to know them. Everything can be done online so that you can stay quarantined until the time it is for you to move into a new place. On top of that, if you watch this video and come to me from this video, I'm gonna offer you 10% off of your first month's rent. So if your room is $1,000, you'll get $100 off. Just mention that you watched this video, shoot me a text. You can actually get my phone number from the website, josephrenz.com. So those are just two of the apartments that we have available in Bed-Stuy, Bushwick, Ridgewood, Williamsburg, Crown Heights. And out of all these apartments, honestly, most of them are able to be rented out as rooms. And the rooms that I personally show range anywhere from $700 to $1,300. So if you do want to, and I'm not advertising here, I'm just saying I can definitely help you out. If you do want to view some rooms, you could go to josephrenz.com, look at some of the apartments that we have, and then just click the contact section and then fill out a form. As far as the qualifications for these rooms, most of them require 650 plus as far as the credit score, and then 40 times the rent in income. So to work out the math for that, that's anywhere from 28K to 52K. You can also have a guarantor to co-sign for you if they have a 700 or more credit score and if they make 80 times the rent. So the main point of this video is just to show you that you don't need to wait for your friends to be available and to want to move out at the same time as you. You can have people matched up with you and actually live with you so that you can get an inexpensive room in New York City and not pay astronomical prices and not have to have a full lease in your name and then have people send you money, and that always leads to troubles. So with this, everybody's name is on the same lease. You're all equally in ownership or renting this particular apartment. I'm currently doing this now in the place that I'm living in now, and I will give some sort of tour within the next 2 weeks. If you guys do want to learn how to increase your credit score or to establish any credit at all, if you have none, I'll be making a video on that as well, because a lot of people I know do have issues getting their credit up to 650 or more. And as far as jobs where you're making 28K to 52K, I've done plenty of different jobs before I started doing real estate, and I could suggest some jobs to you. I can also suggest some things that you can do to make a little bit of side money, whether it's online or things you can do in person. Since these areas within Brooklyn are so popular, they're so close to the city, and there's high demand to live in these areas, it makes it possible for apartments to get filled up within 1 month of 3 or 4 people in a 3 or 4 bedroom, making it easy for when you want to find an apartment and get matched with roommates, you can instantly, within a week to a month, be matched with 3 different roommates for a 4 bedroom, or 2 different roommates for a 3 bedroom, or 2 bedrooms, or whatever the case may be. If you like the video, hit like, definitely drop a comment on different videos you want me to do as far as apartments or moving in and finding an apartment in New York City, anything like that, I'll make a video on it. If you do want to learn how to get your credit up and your income up to be able to do this, definitely subscribe, because I will be making those videos next week.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Boom! Look at that bokeh, bro. You see that bokeh?
I don't even know what a bouquet is.